There's not a lot of economic base to Tonga. It relies a lot on overseas remittances. It needs to develop more sustainability so that more people can stay in Tonga and enjoy it. It's a beautiful place.
We have the strength to do the work, and I always love vanilla. There are a lot of potential for us here in Tonga, but financing, that's our main obstacle that's stopping us from moving forward.
These tropical islands are very productive from an agricultural point of view, and we get some amazing fruits and vegetables. The farmers tell us all they need is access to capital to put in more plantations.
I will be able to fulfill my dream on expanding my vanilla.
Farmers in VAVA'U usually spend the day taking care of their plantations. But that morning, they had a meeting at the local school. Just this once, bank agents were coming to their village to offer them loans. In the tiny island nation of Tonga in the South Pacific, there's a big experiment going on in shaping bank lending rules. The program is called the Secured Transactions Reform, and it could unlock millions of dollars for small businesses in the region. It's driven by the Asian Development Bank and the governments of Australia and New Zealand. Most of these men couldn't get a bank loan before because they don't own land or a house, usually required as collateral. Under this pilot program, the Tonga Development Bank will accept an alternative. They're vanilla crops. Armanaki is one of about 24 selected applicants on this island that will get loans of up to $2,500 to expand their plantations. He's expected to borrow $1,500 at a 10% interest rate. That's less than half what microfinance firms usually charge.
I know that we've been trusted because I tried before. I asked the bank for a loan. I tried a couple times, but the bank never allowed me to loan without a security. But this project, I will be able to get more income to my family.
Taking crops and other goods as collateral is common for banks in developed countries. But in the South Pacific, this requires changing the rules and convincing conservative local banks. The Tonga Development Bank has agreed to lend almost $50,000 and says it could invest up to $1 million if the project is successful.
If it doesn't work, then, the risk is on us, and we probably will not be continuing to do this.
Like most projects, this started with a problem. There was a high demand for vanilla, which is a really good margin crop, and people were not investing in it.
Lenders in the Pacific typically bear high risks, such as cyclones and other natural disasters. Critics say lending money to farmers without traditional collateral is something of a gamble. The vanilla market, for instance, is highly volatile, and Tonga is a very small player compared with major producers like Madagascar. Hundreds of plantations in VAVA'U were abandoned after prices fell by about 95% after the latest global crash in 2010.
This is what most of the vanilla plantations in VAVA'U look like. There's still a lot of vanilla scattered in amongst it. Nobody's looking after the vanilla at all. They're totally neglected. I just saw it as a great big opportunity.
Ian Jones is an agent for a major Australian vanilla exporter. He says prices have been going up in recent years. And since 2012, like his main competitors, he's been working with farmers to reactivate production on the island. Today, he says only half of the island's roughly 300 plantations are productive again. He's taking an active role in the vanilla pilot program, signing a contract with each farmer and promising to buy virtually every vanilla bean on the island for the next 3 years.
We guarantee that we will buy your vanilla and then you'll use that money to pay your loan off. And they're timing the repayments around the harvest. And if we get this right, everybody will benefit. Our company's already taken the risks. We've already invested millions of dollars into the restoration program. All we have to do is help the farmers grow more vanilla, we can buy it and then supply that vanilla to the world.
Farmers who have seen vanilla prices plummet in the past say such contracts will sharply reduce the risk of default.
Before, the growers in VAVA'U plant the plantation, but no market. But this time, we have a buyer to buy our production.
If I grow the new planting right now, and the amount that I'm having right now, it will be double, triple, and even more.
If this experiment is successful, hundreds of small businesses across the Pacific could get access to similar loans.
It can work with any type of business. It can work with the coconut growers in the Solomon Islands. It can work in Papua New Guinea with the coffee growers. It can work with tourism business in the Cook Islands.
The vanilla business still faces many challenges, but Armanaki is optimistic, and he says he'll provide jobs to the young people on his island.
I will not teach my children to go overseas. We don't have to go somewhere else. Opportunity can be found here in Tonga.